Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, kind of a fun day, you guys. Lots of energy floating around. So, I wanted to go ahead and just jump on into something that I was feeling lately, which is just kind of some energy changes, energy shifts. And I was excited to get into this, and this backdrop came at just the right time, and I was like, ooh, that's the one I'm going to use for this. So let's go ahead and take a look. What is the energy shift? Now, of course, today is a particularly awesome day for this because we do have a bunch of solar flares. If you guys didn't catch the urgent solar flare message, you might want to check that out because that was a fun one. For Capricorn, we have an Eight of Cups upright. We have the Strength card. So we're rocking some double eights right now. And we have a Queen of Wands. The energy specifically shifting, the frequency that's changing for Capricorn could be one of more, I'm going to say, self-confidence, self-reliance, like really a crown chakra opening up. And this feels like Capricorn has recently done something that maybe used to be scary for them, and it could be anything like, oh, I'm always nerve wracked if I walk into a place by myself, or, if I go somewhere, a social setting and I show up by myself. Maybe this is like Capricorn took themselves to the movie and just went to the movie all by themselves, or went out to dinner by themselves. And it was like, you know what? I didn't feel awkward. It felt really fun. It felt like, I owned that room, I went into that place to enjoy because I felt like doing it, and living my life on my terms is just really exciting. If that is what one of the big energy shifts is for our Capricorn, they are owning it. They are looking foxy. I don't know if somebody's wearing sequins or glitter. It's as we get into the holiday seasons, it is a more sparkly time, but we specifically see like a very sparkly dress here. We've got like a disco ball up there. That's a lot of great energy cycling around for our Capricorn right now. We have the sun. This is a very happy chapter opening up for Capricorn. And I'm thinking if this is the change, then obviously this is probably not how Capricorn was feeling previous, right? They didn't feel super, fun and lighthearted for a period of time, and now they actually do. I could understand that that would be a really nice change. Yeah, transcendence. Here we go with Capricorn coming in on the World card. This, I know it doesn't look like the World card. Instead, they chose to call it transcendence, but same card. I would say Capricorn just stepped into an alternate version of how their life can go. And they knowingly are living this alternate version now. Sometimes we do things differently, but we don't acknowledge it to ourselves, or we're fearful of acknowledging it. And so we kind of like don't fully embrace it. I was really drawn recently to like third eye stuff also, hence the pendant. It's actually one of the tarot card, like you can spin it and there's every single tarot card is here as well, but it has like that all-seeing eye on it. I'll try to tag it and remember to tag it for you guys. It's hard to see from here, I guess, but kind of fun because it pops up here in the middle of the eye when you spin it. But the only reason I mention that is because we have a third eye right there open for our character, and I don't know what pendant they're wearing there, but it's something like on a long chain there as well. I would just say that we have a character who's like they're aware that this change is happening because they set it in motion. Now, if Capricorn has some strong Leo energy in them, because we got a double dose of Leo, right, with the sun and the strength, and we have that Queen of Wands. This could be like Capricorn might want to check like their North Node placement and see if they're like a North Node Leo. That I happen to be North Node Leo. And I will just mention this. I personally am more intrigued by North and South Node as far as like, our placements, simply because the North Node, and this is like an imaginary point on the moon, but the North Node is said to be the direction that we are supposed to be striving to evolve into. So it's our challenge position, whereas the South Node is the lessons we already came into this world with, our karma, our previous, knowledge, the things that we're already good at or comfortable doing. That's our South Node placement. Whereas our North Node is where we're supposed to grow into it. And I just kind of wonder if this Capricorn, and being like a Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising does not have anything to do with what the north and south node placement would be. So our Capricorn would have to check their birth placement, check a natal chart, like I think Astro Cafe, I think has a free one. But Capricorn would have to check their natal chart to see where their north and south nodes are. But there could be some significant placement. It doesn't have to be a north node Leo. It could be, this is even like a moon sign in a Leo energy, or something where like their deeper self is actually starting to shine through, maybe take a more prominent position. We have a 3 of Wands, so much fire energy in this. This is about the future. So this is an evolution that is going on in Capricorn right now that is, it's progressing. And almost like, I don't know if somebody's been doing stretches, doing yoga, and they're getting better and better, more and more flexible. They're falling more in love with the practice of stretching and fitness. And this Capricorn could have a specific tattoo. This could be a chest tattoo, an arm tattoo, or I'm thinking something like maybe in a place that's more hidden as well, like behind the ear maybe, or something like, in a maybe a thigh or some area that's not necessarily always exposed, to visibility, because it could be a very personal thing. But all of this just keeps saying we've got a lot of planetary alignments right now that are pushing our Capricorn into this new frequency. Now, obviously, there's a lot of stuff going on frequency-wise right now, so this is kind of very timely. But I will say, if our Capricorn is shifting into a place where they are more aware of their attractiveness, where they are more aware that they can kind of swagger in and command a room, and I do not care what anybody looks like, we all have some unique attractive energy that we can tap into. It doesn't matter if we look like, whatever, supermodels or leading men or not. That's not actually what looks are not actually where the attraction comes from. Attraction comes from that panache, that unique essence that is each one of us that no one else can ever duplicate. And every single person has their own way to use that magnetism. And sometimes we insist we don't, and we want to hide it, and we don't want to tap into it. And then other times we go, I do have that, don't I? Why would I run from that? That's a beautiful thing. And I think that's where Capricorn is at. Now, Capricorn could literally be a freaking supermodel, and they never allowed that side of themselves to show. Or this could be somebody that simply would not, until now, they wouldn't embrace that power and that magnetism that they possess. It is such a beautiful part of Capricorn. And now that they're fully embracing it, I think it is making them change their opinion in life. When you start to know that you are a magnet for the things that you want, and you have confidence in yourself, and you know that you deserve good things because you know you bring a lot to the table, you stop settling for things that are definitely not okay. And I always think that that's a really great side. This is not somebody whose ego is so puffed up that they, their head won't fit through a doorway anymore. This is just a Capricorn who maybe is realizing there's a whole bunch of stuff that maybe I used to put up with that I never would now. I actually have a better opinion of myself. I have the opinion of myself that I should have now. I know I bring a bunch to the table, and this is expanding, and I'm feeling more confident, and I'm feeling more charismatic, and I like myself better. And I know that I can let go of things that maybe were never even right for me, and I can gravitate toward things that feel much more right for me. So it's a beautiful energy. And again, we get the World card, or in this case, they call it the universe. There we go. Capricorn has literally stepped into the best chapter of their life. They have completed a cycle. I definitely think Capricorn has let go of people, places, or things that didn't treat Capricorn as if they were valuable. If somebody didn't treat Capricorn like they were the most gorgeous thing they ever saw, most handsome thing they ever saw, because I do feel like Capricorn maybe, I have to talk about attractiveness in this story because of the cards we got. So I'm not trying to sound shallow here, but Capricorn is freaking gorgeous. And somebody that Capricorn was with in the past was like a freaking stump when it came to acknowledging that. I don't know if that person was too self-absorbed. I don't know if it was somebody that just couldn't give a compliment. I don't know if it was somebody that was jealous of Capricorn and so definitely avoided ever telling Capricorn that they were handsome or beautiful or attractive or sexy. But Capricorn had something here where it was like they had been paired up with or matched up with somebody who made them feel practically invisible, or even downright like, I guess I'm not much to look at, and that couldn't be further than the truth. If this Capricorn has never been told how attractive they were by somebody from the past, thank God the frequency is changing. And not only is that person in the past no longer going to be in Capricorn's world, but Capricorn knows that that was BS. And that is such a great frequency shift, because there's nothing worse than walking around confused about, like, I guess I'm, well, I'm just not much of anything. I'm kind of invisible. I kind of, no, nobody is invisible. And we all have a very particular, unique beauty to us. And I just think that whomever didn't show Capricorn like any light in their eyes when they looked at Capricorn, I don't know what that person's deal was, but there was somebody. Can I just look at that for just a second? They're only here because of their absence, okay? And that's the moon. This person hid everything. So listen, I have to cover this card because she got no clothes on. This person thought Capricorn's body was amazing, and they would not say, they would go to great lengths to hide it, even to the point of, like, maybe they wanted Capricorn to not dress in attractive clothes to show off their form, yet it was the very features that they liked best on Capricorn. Maybe this is somebody who, made sure that they would never be caught looking at Capricorn, even though they were Capricorn's person and they loved Capricorn in particular with no clothes on, like, but they hid all of it. Don't ask me why. I don't know if this person had deep insecurity and maybe they couldn't like express anything. Maybe this person was, I don't know what it was, but when you get the moon, it's hidden layers of deeper issues, but that was their issues. I don't know what their problem was. All I can say is, for this story, somebody ignored and suppressed and made sure that they never showed that light in their eyes when they looked at Capricorn. And they also didn't give compliments. And they also, very weird message on this. I'm so sorry about that. They may have also criticized makeup or something, if Capricorn wears makeup, masculine or feminine, whatever. But it looks like there was something here where they might have said something that was low-key snarky, like, because this moon is wearing makeup that's more like Venetian mask style. And I don't know if they had like weird little subtle criticisms, or what I call the anti-compliment, where somebody says, "Oh, wow, that looks so great. It's cool to see you channeling, your makeup looks so perfect. Yeah, it's like you're wearing a mask. It doesn't even look like you." That kind of thing is actually nasty to say that. That's that's not a compliment, right? But I feel like that's the kind of thing this person would say. There was some criticism about makeup or looks or something where they tried to act like it wasn't, but it was so weirdly cloaked, it was hard to tell what they meant. Does that mean they like it? Does that mean they don't? Look, I'm so glad this person is in the past. Hallelujah. We got Capricorn never looking back. And I'm sorry to even bring up anything from the past, but I do like to see what will never be a part of Capricorn's, life again, because we don't want that. That Capricorn deserves a lot better. And so I'm just so pleased to see Capricorn moving forward. Tell me then, does Capricorn head toward, just a more like enjoyable life? Do they head towards someone that will be a part of their life? We have a Hermit. There is somebody still as of yet in the dark, somebody Capricorn has not met. Maybe they'll meet this person snow camping. I don't know. That's what we got on that card. There could be a Virgo that's important in Capricorn's life. And they won't have any problem saying, "Oh my God, Capricorn is this amazing Queen of Wands." This is somebody who may already have Capricorn on their mind, but they haven't made their intentions clear yet. This could be somebody that either they've seen Capricorn like in the workplace, or they have admired Capricorn, but they haven't stepped forward into the light yet. They already love something about Capricorn. I don't know. This we have a cello player here. Maybe Capricorn has something to do with music, or maybe this is just they see Capricorn as something as beautiful as music. And this, it feels like Capricorn has a particular grace about them. Nine of Pentacles. They also are seeing Capricorn like more serene and lovely than ever. This Capricorn has a certain panache also, like the way they dress, the way they, whatever it is that Capricorn does, it's unique and it's classy and it's them. However Capricorn like dresses or, you know, conducts themselves or something, sitting there by themselves, maybe having a drink by themselves, and they just kind of like, they're in their own happy world. And that also shows this sense of like serenity. Eight of Swords in the reverse. This person will approach Capricorn when they feel like there's an opportunity. On one hand, they don't want to like break into Capricorn's world if Capricorn is sitting there completely happy. But I feel like they approach Capricorn while Cap is like out, maybe having dinner by themselves, or, you know, doing something where they're otherwise occupied. Maybe taking a walk outside, maybe, like I say, at work, or, you know, investigating something, or playing an instrument, or just doing their thing and completely content. And I feel like that's when this possible Virgo masculine will approach Capricorn. It's when there's an opening. I do not feel like this is somebody that has been a part of Capricorn's world as a lover before, but let me just ask, are they somebody Capricorn has known? Ten of Swords in the reverse, Five of Cups upright. I don't think so. I think that this is somebody who has known of Capricorn while Capricorn has gone through other experiences in their life, but they've always been way off in the corner. I don't feel like this is an ex coming back to get with Capricorn. This says it's somebody who's watched Capricorn go through like the metamorphosis of having, you know, gone through a bad ending, and they always seem like they're looking at Capricorn from a distance. That's why I would say they're not the one who caused hurt and pain to Capricorn. They've wanted to gravitate toward Capricorn for a long time, but this person very carefully and respectfully has maintained distance unless it seems like Capricorn is in a good energetic space where they feel like they wouldn't be intruding, where they feel like, I also don't think they wanted to approach if Capricorn was still hurt over somebody else, because it's like, what if they reconcile? What if, you know, this isn't somebody who said, I need to go rush in and fix Capricorn. This is somebody who's like, I would love to move toward Capricorn, but not unless it looks like I wouldn't be, you know, like overstepping boundaries, or, you know, coming toward Capricorn at a time where they might not want company. So this person's been respectful is what I would say. But Capricorn's given off the I'm very happy in my own life kind of vibe. I think this is a great time for them to approach Cap. And I think that the fact that they see Capricorn exactly how Capricorn sees themselves right now as that Queen of Wands, perfect timing. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye for right now, you guys.